Hey guys, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. I'm the INSANEBRIT, and sorry about this week's News Friday. It is out a bit late. Things got behind schedule, etc. I don't know if I'm going to have a food review about this week. I do have some food review to do, but I still haven't done it. It's going to be uploaded late, etc., etc. So I don't know when it's going to come out. Maybe later on today, or maybe it will come out Sunday. Worst ways, I don't know. I have to film it and then upload it, etc., etc. Just to give you a quick update on the FIFA simulations as well that I do. FIFA simulations are coming to an end for this year as Chelsea has won the league. Premier League's ending. We're going to be a 2-month or 2.5 month calling off period, and what will happen is when the new season starts, I will manually update the Chelsea squad, and then I will do simulations based on their squad and their take on friendlies, etc., and other teams and stuff like that. It will not be a live updated one because they don't do that. They stop supporting the actual game after the season ends, and then they come out with a new one, and then it will resume. It will continue through the friendly part till the new season, etc., up until the day of FIFA 2018 comes out. I will be buying that, and then I can do simulations once again properly live on form, as I've been doing all season with commentary over them. So yeah, it is coming to an end, but I will do the new season as well. So it's still going to be part of my channel anyway. So we have that, and there's going to be increased FIFA videos because I've got the Champions League to do, because now we're in the Champions League, and that is going to be a bitch because all those foreign names, I won't be able to pronounce them all, so I'm going to get a lot of them wrong. Holy shit, it's going to be nuts. Anyway guys, so the first story in this week's News Friday is Destiny 2. I don't really like talking about Destiny. I've been very critical of it, and that was only because when I bought the game, I was expecting a decent epic story, and I didn't really get any of that. I got a little bit of story, and then was told to pay £40 for the other part of it. Fuck you, I'm not doing that, and that pissed me off. I don't mind if you've got a product and you tell me what it is, and I will go and decide to buy that product, and that's my choice. However, if you lie to me and give me hardly anything of what you said that was going to be in it, and then I'm left frustrated at it, then I'm going to criticize you and say fuck you, you lied. And that's what I feel they did in the first Destiny. But anyway, let's give you some details on it. So there's going to be a brand new story where a guy called Kabul, a guy from Kabul, I believe I'm saying that right, warlord, named Donus, again I'm not sure if I got that pronunciation right, Donus Ghoul, who brings him the Red Legion, and he basically has come to the system, the solar system, and wants to steal the Traveler's Light for himself. He is jealous and wants to be the chosen one, as it were. He feels that this is owed to him based on what he has been through. So we've got this new dark enemy who's stealing the Traveler's Light, and it's your job essentially to go and get that light back from him. Having said that, the only thing they are saying on this, of course they're not going to say everything, but they're saying that this he feels that this is owed to him. So do we see the concept of him going about trying to get us and steal the light from us, and then that's it? And then why he actually wants the light, or why he feels it is owed to him, we have to pay for DLC? I don't know. It's a bit sketchy in that aspect of it. I don't want them leaving parts out, and I'm somewhat nervous of this new Destiny because of what they've done previously, and I don't like it either way from that concept. Now, the developers themselves say themselves that there is more cinematic story, and they're having more cinematic story than ever before, which is interesting. But again, I don't know how much of that's going to be paid DLC. There's going to be story missions with all new worlds to explore, new weapons, something called the Dawnblade, a staff, and a shield. So you've got 3 fundamental things depending on what class you are. The Hunter, the Warlock, or whatever it is. I can't really remember the names of the actual classes since it's been a while since I actually played them. It comes out on September 8th with special editions and the game season pass, offering new weapons and armor, co-op activities, cooperative game multiplayer, and get this, last but not least, new story missions. So they're already telling you right now, with the paid DLC, you're going to get more story missions, which I know a lot of games can do. Outlast 1 did it, etc., but I feel fundamentally they want to get that main story, the main game right before, if anyone throws £80 or £40 at it, to get a good story in the game, and then earning enough to say, wow, this was a fantastic game, I love the story, I concluded, but now I want to see more of the universe, I'm willing to pay for that DLC, and that is what I am worried about. However, there is an open beta in the actual summer. Of course, they're just saying the summer. There's no real actual date on it right now. So my advice would be to play that beta, see what you're going to get, and then make a decision based on that. Or if not, watch streamers play it. Do not go out and pre-order this game and buy it and get all hyped up for it like they did the first one. I myself got caught up in the hype, and they made $500 million, I believe, in one day. Or was it a week after it came out? Incredible. They spent $500 million making the game. They got $500 million within a week, I think, back. And the game in general was a massive disappointment. It was a good game, but it didn't have story. It really didn't. It said that one guy, what was it? I could tell you about the epic story of our fight. I could tell you. Bitch, don't fucking tell me. Show me. Put me there. You know what I mean? Fuck out of it. That really pissed me off. That was like an insult to me. I might tweet them about that as well, asking, and I quote, you know, are you planning on giving me a full game for £40 or £50 or whatever? Or do I have to buy the actual season pass to actually get the full game in itself to feel satisfied? Because it's bullshit what they did last time. And I hope to God that they pull their socks up and, you know, listen to what people have had to say about that. And by the sound of it, they have, by saying they've got more cinematic story, more than ever, in their own words. But for the people that made Halo, I think they should know what we expect of them. I think they let themselves down last time. Even though they made their money back and they can write on their CV, success story, the reality of it is, if you're a fan of games, you play games, you'll look at that and go, you made Destiny, you piece of shit. You know, you can't blame one person, but I would look at you twice and think, fuck you cheated a lot of people. I mean, I felt cheated as a fan of the game, and I never went back to it. I don't know whether I'll buy it. I'm tempted to, just to try it, maybe because I have an audience now to show the audience, hey look, this is what they're giving you for your money, so I feel like I can do that. But at the same time, I feel kind of hypocritical. But either way, my opinion still says, overall, download the beta, test it out for yourself, see what you get. Or hell, at least at first buy the base game and then decide whether you feel that they've earned enough to buy the DLC if you want to buy that. That way they've only got the base game. You're only paying for the base game, and if the DLC you want to play more of it or experience more of it, then you can go and buy the full DLC. Or, in another way, if you're happy to wait, you can buy the game pre-owned. For £25–30 whenever it goes down into a I don't know, whatever your local store is, game, whether it be CX, whatever it is. So they're not actually getting your money if you want to go that far. But yeah, for me, it sounds interesting, but I'm still very wary of Bungie themselves after what they did last time. That's just my opinion on that, though. From my experience of that franchise, I'm not very happy with them. You may differ, so let me know in the comment section if you'll be picking up Destiny. Maybe you still play the first one and absolutely love it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to move on to the next story. I've went on about too much about this Destiny 2. Okay, guys, I've got 2 or 3 more stories to come. And the next story is Life is Strange 2 is coming out. The developers have come out and said they are going to be making a new game, which will be episodic, which basically means it comes out once a week, once a month, depending. I think it's going to be once a week, let's be honest with you, because people get too bored with that. I have complete faith in what they're going to do, but the question, as I said, we have no real other information other than this, like a release date, but also I want to say, will they continue with the same characters, the same story, the same narrative? I don't know. It's under a banner, Life is Strange, but that could mean they can tell a variety of different stories in different backgrounds, different worlds. I'm unsure where they're going to go with it. Will they push on with Max Caulfield and then push on to like where she grows up, becomes an artist, and still dealing with a situation of headaches? Have they moved on? Have they moved out of town? You know what I mean? It's going to be very, very interesting. So I'm anxious to see what they do with it. I already want to say I'm 100% willing to buy it based on the fact of how good and how solid their work is anyway with Life is Strange. I'm already confident of saying, yes, I definitely want to buy this. So that's going to be interesting. Like I said, no details on whether they continue with the same story and the narrative, or they jump to a completely different person, a different town, different city, different characters, which is always going to be an exciting and interesting concept. I absolutely love the the first game, and there's a playthrough that I've done. If you're interested in watching me play that, I'll leave that in the link or after this video in the annotations, and you can check that out if you want to. But I'm excited the fact that I've actually played the game. I know what it's all about, and I'm definitely excited to see what this new one brings us. Like I said, I have complete faith in the developers. Unfortunately, I'll keep you posted the best I can, but there's no real other information other than that at this point in time. So Life is Strange 2 is coming, no release date, and no word on the actual story just yet. Up next is Ubisoft has 3 new games coming out. Yes, they've been busy. I've mentioned a couple of them, well, all 3 of them to be honest with you, over the period of months. So yeah, they have been quite busy. So we've got South Park, The Fractured Butthole, which will be coming out now in March 31st. Between that time, I'm unsure. Like I said, it's been delayed a couple of times, so I'd definitely be interested in playing that. Like an RPG element. I did play the first one, but that was before I was doing YouTube on the PS3, I believe it was, as well. Also, it has been confirmed, of course, Assassin's Creed Origins that I mentioned last week will be based in Greece and maybe Egypt as well. But also Far Cry. Now, there was just Far Cry on the E3 listings. It's going to be at E3, but it's actually now been confirmed that it's Far Cry 5. So it's the same kind of series, probably a different story, obviously, like they always do. It's just 1 to 5, I think that's the way it is. So it never really sticks with a certain narrative, other than one particular bad guy who's kind of crazy. So I'm interested to see what the main villain's actually going to be like. Again, no word on story or location. I'm kind of hoping it's in the Wild West to give them a new dynamic of different weapons, different backgrounds, you know what I mean? And they always do fantastic work. I find myself looking at the environments to many games these days going, wow, look at the environment, look at the sky, look at these mountains, you know what I mean? So again, no word on Far Cry 5, like in terms of its background and everything, but I know it will be at E3, so they'll be exposing that, and we'll probably see some gameplay. Again, it's rumoured to be in the West, but that is not confirmed yet. So that's Ubisoft 3 games. And finally this week, The Witcher 3, no, not The Witcher 3, The Witcher, I believe. Was it The Witcher? No, I'm going to say Witcher in general, because I assume they're going to start at the beginning. I did report on this about 4 or 5 months ago that The Witcher is being made into a TV series for Netflix. They're doing the same with Resident Evil as well. I did say that this was going to be the future of video games live action, because a lot of people get frustrated with the live action movies. Only you cannot put about, what, 25, 30, 40, 60 hours of a game in a 90-minute movie. It doesn't really work that way. It has to be a series, and it kind of comes out once a year, and it gets ridiculous, and you know, the characters don't get enough screen time, you don't get to see enough of their background. But when you make it into a TV show, you get to direct for an hour of a narrative of one story or part of a story or a character's background, and push on like that with each individual story or character, and it bodes well for season 1, 2, 3. We see it with Daredevil on Netflix, a fantastic series. I've watched season 1 and 2. Luke Cage is another one. There's not just a movie out there, it's a whole TV show, and I highly recommend you go check out them shows. They are fantastic, well received by the public in general. I didn't know anything about Luke Cage, and I absolutely fell in love with the character, the story, the universe. It was fucking epic, great quality in acting. So this is the future of video games as a live action. It's going to be in a TV show. I have complete faith in Netflix, although I wasn't happy with the Death Note one. I hope they stick to the source material. Luckily, there are 2 things I know, and that's one of the people who are actually working on the game will be directing an episode each series, so there's going to be multiple series coming out. So they have thought about this long term. Also, I think there's going to be 2 guys who are overseers. They're going to be watching what they do and then advising them, like, no, that's wrong, this is wrong, you know what I mean, put that right, etc, etc. So they're going to have some eyes. The people who developed The Witcher are going to have eyes on their baby and be like scouring what they're doing, because they're not going to just give Netflix free roam to do what they want with it, which I 100% agree with. Any company doing a TV show or a film, don't let some film crew or whatever or director take over. Watch what they're doing, examine what they're doing, and advise them on what's best for this, that, and the other, you know what I mean? To stay true to the narrative of the actual story. That's my advice anyway. So now, unfortunately, there is no release date just yet, and there is no actors associated with this actual project right now. But the only good thing I can say for sure, and it kind of makes sense what should be said straight off the bat based on the fact that it's Netflix, they are making it in English, and I say that funnily enough because the developers themselves are actually Polish. I believe they're in Poland, the developers who make this game. Fantastic story, of course, obviously English is the prime dominant language throughout the world, I believe, with over 1.5 billion people speaking English around the world. Overall, so it kind of makes sense, especially given the fact a lot of its fan base is in the Western world, America, England, etc., etc. I personally have never played the games. I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of them. I just cannot play those types of games. I will be watching the series, but I'm not going to be some super fanboy saying this, that, and the other, because I don't know enough about the story to say that's wrong or that's right. I'm just going to sit there and hope to God I get a good TV show out of it, and I am excited because it is based on a game, hoping that this promotes more projects like this up and coming. So I will get to enjoy them, especially the Resident Evil series as well, and see what they do with that as well. All I'm going to say is to any person's or any company doing this with Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever company you're dealing with, whether it's a 90-minute movie or a TV series, please try and stay true to the source material. That is what it is based on, and that alone, if you just bring that epic story that brought the gamers that love the game into the world, it will bring normal, everyday people like who ain't fans of the actual of the games into the universe, because it's telling the story from a human dynamic, and there's a lot of shit on TV that is actual shit that gets pumped out. And you think, Jesus Christ, I won't watch that even if you paid me. God, it's garbage. So the fact that if you're taking something with already a massive fan base that's good enough for the fan base, you will generally bring in people that are non-fans, and they will become fans of your TV show. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of Daredevil or whatever. I watched the TV show and I fucking fell in love with it. And I absolutely loved the TV show. Couldn't praise it enough. Same with Luke Cage as well. So I hope I'm sure, or completely have faith that's going to be a success story in the long run. And I hope that trend continues to tell more epic stories from the gaming universe, to get more fans into it, because they do tell some wonderful stories, video games in general, and it's nice to see them get the recognition that they deserve in the mainstream, especially if you brought a live action movie of Halo out. Everyone will be jumping on that, the fans and just casuals or people never really heard of it will jump in it and absolutely love that kind of thing. That's what I'm hoping for, actually, a Halo movie. That'd be really cool, but whatever. It's been rumoured, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I know they did have the Halo TV show for Xbox a while ago. I don't know if that's still going or whatever. Anyway, guys, that is about it for this week's News Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All links are in the description below. Sorry this video is out really late. And I'm hoping to be starting a brand new playthrough next week finally. The Uncharted series for me finally ends, or Uncharted 4 Fifth End ends finally. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And a weekend, sorry.